First of all, Jurgen, injury-wise, what kind of shape are you in going to this game on Sunday? Will you have anybody available who's been out injured?
Okay. I thought if we have anybody available. Yes, we have anybody available or somebody. I don't know yet. We will see. So Trent and Naby will do the first steps in team training today. Whatever we can do with that depends on how it looks and stuff like this. We had some niggles and them after the game against Ajax. Obviously, we have to see how they respond. So far, they didn't do a lot apart from treatment and stuff like this. So we have to see how that develops. So I don't know in a moment. Apart from Naby and Trent, nobody is coming back now. Ox looks really promising, but that's obviously he's doing a lot of stuff. He's doing the warming up with the team now, some ball work, a lot of stuff. But we will develop that now over the next few days and weeks, and days, and then we'll see from which moment on it makes sense to throw him in. But yeah, he's not too far away.
So you think there's a chance that Naby and Trent could play?
There's a chance that Naby and Trent can be in a squad, I would say. If they can play, I don't know. If they're in a squad, then they can play, but if they can start or play 90 minutes, then I don't know. So I think there's a chance that they are in the squad, yes.
Also, it looks like you have an exceptional young goalkeeper. How do you think he would rise to the challenge if he starts against Wolves on Sunday?
He looked good, but he is a really calm person. He will not. What is that? The English saying for that? So he will not be now flying the whole week. So he's a hard worker, and there's no doubt that he will deal with all the fuss around him pretty well. Yeah, it was a big call to throw him in that game, but thank God it worked out. That's unfortunately not always the case. That doesn't make the players worse. It just is the wrong timing of the manager. So for him it was right. That's good. And now we will see how we carry on.
Final one, Cabe.
There was a Premier League. Just my final question. There was a Premier League shareholders meeting yesterday, and the issue of 5 substitutes was not raised. Are you surprised at that? And are you still hopeful that it will happen sometime this season?
I was not surprised because I knew about it, yeah, I think that information speaks for itself. Nobody thought it would go through. I told you about the fact that in the managers' meeting it was if we would have voted that day, which we were not allowed to, then it would have been through 100% with 15 or 16 votes, whatever. That it didn't happen since then is obviously a sign that some shareholders, some CEOs, sporting directors, whatever, see it differently to their managers. That's now not a really good sign, to be honest, because it shows then it's absolutely these people now really ignore the player welfare. The coaches don't do that anymore, but these people do it, and that's not okay. But if you don't have a chance to vote for it, then you have to accept that for the moment. But because it's about player welfare, by the way, mental health and player welfare, it's a whole package. We will not stop fighting for it. So because it's just the right thing to do. I got numbers from the Scottish League. They had so far in the season, they had 65% substitutions to I'm not sure what is it for load management, 30% for tactical reasons, and 5% for injury reasons. These numbers are, even when I don't have the English numbers in the moment, because it takes a while obviously until we get them, that will be completely different here. And how I said, when people tell me now that we don't make enough changes anyway, the problem is with actually the 3 subs is actually, if you're 100% only a 2-sub rule in the moment, because the third sub you always have to keep. Sometimes 2 subs you have to keep, because you see it on the pitch that so many players are on the edge that you don't know who will go down first, and that's the problem. So you cannot make early changes, otherwise you finish the games with 9 or 10 players, and that makes them, the Premier League is too strong for that. I know what people said about it, and maybe I was kind of disappointed, angry, whatever. In some moments, I'm not. It's just the right thing to do, and I'm pretty sure, and it is a fact. In the latest, I'm sure we will discuss that early again, because of the influence of the 3 subs. Only 3 subs now. All the teams have to play from now on, all 3 days pretty much. It will be massive for all teams from now on, because now everybody will feel the difference to other seasons. And next summer, it will become a problem for Gareth Southgate, because all the players Gareth wants to pick are obviously play international football, most of them. The few Aston Villa players not, but I think pretty much all, maybe Leeds not, Phillips, but most of them have played so far 3 times a week, will do that from February on again. Play now 3 times a week all the time. So Gareth will get what we can give him, and if we stick with 3 subs, then it's for him. Then he has a problem. Then, so it's an FA problem, in my understanding. And Scott Parker mentioned that in our managers meeting. He said, from a Fulham point of view, he has to say 3 subs is better, because it's 5 would be an advantage for bigger squad, stuff like this. But he doesn't think we should vote about it. He thought we should just decide about it, not us obviously, just the Premier League or the FA. And so only because we didn't vote yet, or nobody voted yesterday, that doesn't make the problem smaller. The problem stays, and it's not about Liverpool. I don't have in a moment 5 players to change, so I can bring kids and stuff like this. That's all okay, and it's our problem. It's nothing to do with the general problem. But it's about all the players, and it's about load management and nothing else. And load management not for getting an advantage, load management for dealing with the problem, what this COVID situation obviously is for football as well, dealing with the situation in the best possible way. And we cannot just ignore it because some people say that it would be an advantage for others, because it's not about an advantage. I cannot say it often enough. I heard now that Gary Neville said that I didn't understood it, but I can't remember what he exactly said. But it's not about Liverpool. Whatever he thinks, then it's maybe an evidence how he would do, how he would deal with a situation like that. But he cannot think, or should not think, that I'm like him, because I'm not like him. And I speak about all the players and not only Liverpool.
Thanks, Simon Crabtree. PLP.
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
Hi, we're all making small steps forward as human beings at the moment, and this weekend, for the first ever time since Liverpool became Premier League champions, there will be 2,000 very lucky and I'm sure very excited supporters able to cheer you on at Anfield as well. So how good will that be for you, for the players, and just for Liverpool fans in general, and football fans in general?
I hope it will be a great experience for all of us, to be honest. I don't know. How I said before, as a player, I played very often in front of 2,000 people. They were not always in the best mood, to be honest. So 2,000 people can create a bad mood. I remember that very well. So, but after that long break, I think our fans will be in the best possible shape. And what we always said, when you go to Anfield, it's not important how many you are. It's all about how big your influence will be. And I hope that 2,000 people can be really influential, to be honest, that they really help. They should, first and foremost, they have to enjoy the game. So I don't hope that if they see the first pass, which will not arrive from player A to player B, that they think, oh my God, again, stuff like this. They just should be happy that they are in the stadium again. I am very happy that we have them there. And yeah, let's make the best of it.
I get the impression from the lucky people who I've managed to speak to or read about online that they are genuinely excited about it. And I saw that one of them said it felt like being at the first ever football match again, because it is felt like forever. So I'm going to pick your brains a little bit. Can you remember the first time that you ever went to a football match as a fan, and what it was like and how that made you feel?
It was I watched my local team as often as possible, but that was a non-league team. My first professional football match I watched was 100% at Stuttgart. I was a little kid. My granny made me a jumper, which looked like the match kit of Stuttgart. Was a bit itchy, but it was still the nicest jumper I ever had in my life. And yeah, I have memories. I can't remember the game, the opponent, to be honest, but I was probably only 5-6 years old, so it's really long ago. But I can remember the excitement that always, because I couldn't go very often, played myself and for other reasons. And when it was possible, then I was excited already 3, 4, 5 days before and spoke about it probably for the next 4 weeks. So yeah, I was a good supporter. I enjoyed the game. I was never angry in the stadium. I remember that.
Julia, BBC.
Jürgen, just following on from that, because you're obviously Premier League champions and fans haven't had a chance to see the trophy, will the club be doing anything different, or will they present the trophy? Will there be an opportunity to see that trophy?
I don't think so, but in these kind of things, at least so far, I was not involved, to be honest. But I didn't hear anything. I don't think so. So we come on. Now we make the first step. So, and why should now the first 2,000 see it, and then the next 3, 4, 5, 10,000 hopefully don't see it, and stuff like this. We will find a moment when we show it. It's still here or wherever, I don't know. And we will find a date where most of our fans are able to see. And by the way, they saw it already. On television only, but that's more for most of the fans in the world like this. So we will find the appropriate moment.
The answer is no, Julia.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that it? Fantastic.
Yes, that's all.
No problem. Okay, we'll go to James from TalkSport and then to Ian Kennedy from BBC Merseyside.
Jürgen, you've had 4 full days off between the Ajax match, or you will have 4 full days off between the Ajax match and the Wolves game. Just how significant is that? Just how beneficial is it to have that period of time of recovery between Ajax and what's going to be a huge game on Sunday?
Yeah, it will be a huge game. No, it's absolutely, it was great and necessary as well. We don't have 4 days off, by the way, we just won't play. But in our normal weeks, we will play today. I sit here and I feel pretty good, but I'm very happy that we don't have to play today, to be honest. So we have now 2 days again to prepare, and that's what we will do. And you saw it in games, whatever. Days off for players are rare, but very important. Most of the time we cannot give it. We try to squeeze out everything we can, and that's what we did this time as well. So yeah. I was really pleased about the opportunity, but I think you knew that anyway.
Ian Kennedy, BBC Merseyside, then Carl Markham for Press Association, and then if we can start having hands up from the daily newspapers, which will be the first embargo section. But Ian first.
Hi Jürgen. Very good game in prospect against Wolves. I think since they came up, they've finished 7th and 7th again. They're 7th at the moment. They've shown really great consistency since coming into the Premier League, and even though they've got injury problems, obviously Raul Jimenez we know about, and things like that, they've done remarkably well, haven't they? And I know you're a big admirer of what they've done there.
I am, because it's just good. It's just good, and when you play them, they don't even play like the 7th of the league. They play like the absolute top team. And they had now in the last, especially last year, they had the European League to deal with, and they did it exceptionally well, to be honest. Played there well, and then that's a really tough task, even after getting promoted only a year ago before that. So absolutely outstanding. And Nunes doing exceptional job. Top recruitment. Quite a few players from Portugal. It's clear with all the the people working there in the club, but top players, and yeah, but nothing bad to say about them. Now they changed systems slightly. I'm not sure if they will play against us like this. That makes it even more tricky, that we don't know exactly what they will do. They don't know exactly what we will do, which is good. So same situation, let's play the game.
And with fans on the issue of fans coming back into the stadium, I think there's some research done that suggests that since fans haven't been able to come in, the home advantage has narrowed, if you like, and yet you've been able to keep your long unbeaten run going at home. How difficult though has that been, or has it been more difficult, obviously, without the fans being in the stadium?
Everything has been more difficult without the fans, absolutely everything. But we, from a specific moment on, we didn't think about it anymore, because we cannot change it. It makes no sense if you go always in an empty stadium and think, oh my God, it's still empty. We don't go on a bad pitch and think, oh my God, a bad pitch. You have to deal with it, and so we have to deal with no fans, and now we have a few back, which is really nice, and especially nice for the people. And really, congratulations to all the 2,000 who get the opportunity to come. And so it's very important for the clubs as well, because it gives us the chance to show that we can deal with it. That maybe in a month or so or two we can bring in more people and all these kind of things. It's very, very important, and but it's nothing to do with us, to be honest. So our job is to deliver results and performances, and at football is always you have to deal with circumstances, and football is more difficult on a bad pitch. Football is more difficult with wind. Football is more difficult without supporters. That's how it is, and it's not even half as enjoyable. But still football, and we enjoyed it as much as we could so far. And now we hope we all together can do this even a bit more.
Final in the open before we go to the Chicago sections. Come up in a very festive house, I'm guessing, somewhere.
With the blue Christmas tree, sorry. It's a lot of blue in.
Blue, green, red, purple.
A little bit red. Red is actually not really represented.
Down the bottom.
Down the bottom. Yeah, that's good.
That's okay.
That's
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Used to be Lunka. Your questions, and then we'll go to the
It's a Nico Williams, Jordan Henson double question, really. On Tuesday, we could hear how Jordan, who has been nominated for Sports Personality of the Year, sort of talks Nico through the game. He was encouraging him all the time. I just wondered how important that unseen role that we don't usually hear or see on the pitches with Henderson.
Oh, very important, very important. Hendo will be fine in life after football. If there's a life after football, I mean, if you want to stay in football, that's possible for him as well. But if you want to do something completely different, he will be fine in that as well, because it's just a smart person, a very thoughtful person, caring person, and so you saw that in a leader as well. You saw that in the summer when there were some issues with the players and stuff like this, where they had to find solutions, and Hendo was maybe the voice of that group, and that's a lot of work, to be honest. Now with the young players, it would not be fair to mention only Hendo, to be honest, because yes, on the pitch Hendo is probably the one you hear the loudest, but yeah, we have a lot of players who help the kids really a lot, and that's necessary. So I don't sit with them in the dressing room. I don't during the week and all these kind of things. I have a lot of time to talk the wrong stuff, but you can talk as well the right stuff. And our experienced players are the perfect role models, and that makes it easy for the. So it's not that our young kids don't know exactly how they should behave or should do this or that, because they see it every day. They see it every day in training, every day on the pitch. These boys train like they had never trained before. It's the first session or whatever, and that's absolutely exceptional. Yeah, and that makes it all easier. And of course, it's for a young boy, it's important that you have this feedback on the pitch, because it calms you down in some situations and it pushes you in others. Really, very important role.
Just a quick one to go back on the goalkeeper situation. Kelleher has been a long time number 3, I guess, but has he done enough now to be considered a number 2, like genuine backup to Alisson?
Yes, he has, but it's that in life we have to prove things. That's unfortunately like this. But Cruyff is a sensational, talented goalie. So, and for goalies it's really difficult. Goalies have to wait. They can be exceptional, have to wait for their chance, because there's only one goalie on the pitch. And if this goalie plays for 10 years in a row, then it's pretty difficult. He can be still as a wonderful goalie, nobody will see it. So now he got the chance, and I think everybody convinced everybody. He didn't have to convince us, obviously, that we thought it will be like this, but he convinced everybody, and that's good. But Adrian doesn't deserve just to write him off now. There's no reason for that, and he supported Cruyff in an exceptional way. After he got information that he will not start, he behaved unbelievable. So really respect for that. I have a lot of respect for that. He expected it actually, but anyway, a lot of respect for it. And Cruyff did well. So and yeah. There are not a lot of reasons which I could mention in this moment to say he will not start against Wolves, but there is training in between, there are other things, he has to stay fit, we have sessions, so all this kind of stuff. So, but he has done enough to convince me, but he did that already months and years ago, but sometimes you have to wait for the right moment, and we thought the right moment came on Tuesday.